Hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Saturday Football Review. I do apologise about this video coming out really late. It's currently 12:30 in the morning. I went out tonight, so I wasn't able to get the review up as early as I would normally like to. But yeah, welcome to the Saturday Football Review. It's pretty much Sunday morning now, so hope everyone enjoys this video. You probably won't see this till the morning. If you stay up late, you'll probably see it. But hope everyone's doing extremely well. It's Saturday night, or Sunday morning, 12:30. We saw 3 games of football today, or last night. We saw, the Melbourne Storm smash the Bulldogs, 41 points to 10. The Knights destroy the West Tigers, 44 points to 4. And the Penrith Panthers with a fantastic win over the Raiders, 28 points to 12. My name is Nick from Australia. Welcome to the channel. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Turn the notification bell on so you get a new email when I do a new video. Well, let's get into the review. These will be pretty quickly, I reckon, these games, because there wasn't much great quality tonight or last night. Melbourne, 41, Canterbury, 10. The first 10 minutes, the Bulldogs looked good, and then Lachlan Lewis throws an absolutely shocking intercept, and Addo Carr scores. And then Nicho Hynes scores, and then Olam scores, and then Kenny Bromwich scores. And at that point, 22-0, and I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on? And then Tim Laffey scores, 22-4. Munster kicks a field goal. Melbourne lead the game 23 points to 4 at half time. At that stage, I knew Melbourne were home. I just watched the rest of it because I knew, I'll see what if Melbourne can get to 60 or 50, and they end up getting to 41. And then Raymond Smith scored the first try in the second half, and then I think it was 23 points to 10 at the time. And then Vunivalu scored in the 55th minute, and then Kenny Bromwich scored a very easy try. It was pretty soft, to be honest. And then Addo Carr scored practically at the end of the game off a nice kick off the scrum, and then the Storm went on to win the game 41 points to 10. The Bulldogs, look, obviously, their season isn't going to start to next year. They're probably going to get the wooden spoon along with the Broncos. They're the two sides that look like they're going to be fighting for the spoon at this point. I think everyone else will be probably above that. But yeah, it was a shit game to watch. I know Melbourne won the game 41 to 10, but I don't believe Melbourne were as good as what the scoreline says. I think if they had played a really good team today, it would have been a closer game. But obviously, the big news about it is Cameron Munster injuring his knee again. It looked like his ankle when he did it, but he'll miss probably 2 to 3 weeks. So he'll miss the game against the Roosters next week, and probably Cameron Smith may be back. But yeah, that's a big loss to lose Munster when you're playing the Roosters. So that's a huge loss. But the Bulldogs, they were awful. They were hard to watch, and honestly, there's a certain player who plays for the Bulldogs who I absolutely love, but my God, he was so ordinary today, and that's Josh Jackson. Some of his defensive decisions were just absolutely ordinary. I've said it a few times on here. I don't know if Josh Jackson's a second rower anymore. I think he's more of a middle player. I think Josh Jackson's better at lock. He had some absolute shockers that he missed. He let in 2 tries for Kenny Bromwich, and honestly, some of his defensive reads were so ordinary. I just said, you're fucking kidding me. Josh Jackson used to play Origin. I don't know what's happening to Josh Jackson. I don't know if the game's gotten too quick for him, but he was ordinary. Lachlan Lewis was ordinary. There's only so much that Kieran Foran can do. I thought Nick Meaney was the Dogs' best player, but clinical display from the Melbourne Storm, and yeah, I thought they were just too good, and it was an easy win for Melbourne in the end. I'm gonna give the Bulldogs performance a 2 out of 10, and I'm gonna give the Melbourne Storm performance a 7 out of 10. My top 3 on ground, yeah, there's a few of them you could go for. There's probably 6 or 7 players you could pick out of the top 3, but I'm gonna go number 3, Josh Addo Carr. Number 2, Cameron Munster. He was outstanding before he got injured. And number 1, I'm gonna give it to Kenny Bromwich. I thought he was electric. Also, I thought Olam and Nicho Hynes were really good as well. Good win for Melbourne. And the next game we've seen, Newcastle 44, West Tigers 4. What the fuck is going on with the West Tigers? The Tigers were a team that were sitting around the top 8, and I honestly thought they were a genuine top 8 chance. I think tonight's game just pretty much ended their season. You could argue the season was over before the Knights game, but they showed zero effort against the Knights, and honestly, Moses Mbye at hooker was absolutely disgusting. Benji Marshall's defense was ordinary. His kicking game was terrible. Luke Brooks hasn't fired a shot for a long time. No wonder why he got dropped a few weeks ago. I'll be surprised if Brooks gets named next week. Also, quick mention to Adam Doueihi. Hope he's doing okay. He was very emotional at halftime, and at full time, obviously with what happened over in Lebanon. Hope everyone over there is doing okay as well. That was a terrible thing that happened over there with that big accident. That was a terrible thing to see all those people die. That was fucking just awful. But look, the Tigers, I know they have injuries. I know Harry Grant's out, but that gives you no excuse to get beat by the Knights by 40 points. That is just disgusting. And I thought Michael Maguire, I thought he was going to absolutely smash the fucking commentary box at one point. He was seething red. Yeah, I don't know where to go with the Tigers. I don't know what to say about them, but I thought Adam Doueihi tried really hard for the Tigers. But yeah, it's just a consistent thing with the Tigers. They consistently just lose and they just don't make finals. I don't know what it is. They'll probably end up in 9th somehow, or they might end up in 12th. But it was a terrible night for the West Tigers, and as for the Knights, they were outstanding. It was practically the Kalen Ponga show, wasn't it? I thought Blake Green was outstanding as well, playing 5'8" along with Mitchell Pearce. Didn't overuse his hand, set up a couple tries. I thought Blake Green's kicking game was well done, and yeah, I thought he had a really good game. I thought Jacob Saifidi as well was outstanding, and I just thought overall Newcastle was so classy tonight, and I was worried about Newcastle, about them making a finals run, but I think tonight pretty much puts them back in the conversation for finals, and I think Newcastle will play finals football, but yeah, as for the Tigers, I don't really know what to say, but I'm going to give the West Tigers performance a 2 out of 10. They were garbage. I'm going to give the Newcastle Knights performance a solid 8.5 out of 10. My top 3 on ground, not easy to give top 3 on ground because there was a lot of great players out there tonight. It's hard to just pick one out, but I'm going to go number 3, Mitch Barnett. Number 2, Blake Green. And number 1, Kalen Ponga. Thought he was electric for the Knights. In the game, the main event, supposed to be the game of the round. More like the fucking flop of the round. Penrith 28, Canberra 12. Jesus Christ. Canberra. I know they haven't got Josh Hodgson, but what the fuck was that? The Canberra Raiders' first half tonight was probably the worst that I've seen them play in one half of football this year. They were absolutely outplayed, outgunned, outclassed, all over the field. And you know what? It pains me to say this because everyone knows how I feel about it, about how I feel about this individual. I don't hate the bloke. I dislike him. That doesn't mean I hate him. Nathan Cleary was absolutely fucking phenomenal last night against the Raiders. Now, I'm not going to sit here and kiss his ass. And, I've criticised him in the past. I think James Maloney leaving is what has honestly made Nathan Cleary a much better player. Maloney might have held him back for a year or two, but I thought Nathan Cleary was outstanding tonight. And, this might be a controversial topic, and this might be a controversial thing to say, and I might get a bit of shit for this, but honestly, Nathan Cleary is the best player in the world at the moment. I can't believe I'm saying that. I honestly feel sick saying that because I dislike the bloke. But you gotta admit he is a phenomenal player. He is so talented. Well, yeah, he's talented, but he was just so good tonight, and he's been good all year. And he's the best halfback in the world at the moment, and he's arguably the best player in the world at the moment. And I still don't like Nathan Cleary, but he is the best player in the world at the moment. I honestly believe that. And a lot of people are probably a bit shocked that I'm saying that, but he honestly is. He's in career best form, and he was outstanding tonight. And look, the game You know, look, the Raiders' game plan was terrible. They just went out there and they just tried to get into an arm wrestle with the Panthers, and then early on, bit of a war between Kickow and Bateman, and fuck me, Kickow owned Bateman tonight. He pretty much made John Bateman his bitch in the end, and you know. It was a bit of a scuffle earlier. I seen Bateman, he put his elbow in Kickow, and then Kickow scored the first try. And then they scored a couple minutes later there. Coruscant with a lovely pass to Liam Martin. And then Naden scored in the corner. I mean, Crichton scored off a nice kick from Jerome Luai. And then Naden with a fantastic try. And the Panthers with a great lead at halftime of 24-0. And then they pretty much thought they were home there. And then Canberra, second half, they started off a little bit better. Nico Klokstad scored. And then he scored again in the 64th minute. By then, Penrith already had kicked a penalty goal. So it was 26-12. And then a penalty goal at the end. Make it 28-12. The only worrying thing for Penrith is, are they peaking too early? They weren't great for 80 minutes tonight. They were good for about 60, and then they sort of let the Raiders back in the game a little bit. But I've got to say, too, the George Williams no try. I've got to address this because this fucking pissed me off. Let me just say, when a decoy runner goes through the line, do you understand how hard it is to stop for the decoy runner? And then the players, you know, you go through the line and then players get touched and they fall over and they milk it. Honestly, are they trying to be on a fucking movie set on fucking Hollywood? Are they trying to audition for The Rock? Honestly, that try to George Williams was just pathetic. That should have been allowed. That was just disgusting. The obstruction rule needs to go. I'm fucking over it, honestly. But I thought it was a very professional win for the Penrith Panthers tonight. I thought the Raiders were outplayed. They had absolutely no chance. They contained Josh Papali well. They did a great job on Jack Whiten. Canberra's best player was Charles Nicoll Klokstad by a mile. Yeah, Canberra were just outplayed tonight, and I'm going to give the Canberra Raiders performance tonight a 4 out of 10. And I'm going to give the Panthers performance tonight a 8.5 out of 10. My top 3 on ground, I'm going to go number 3. I'm going to go with Liam Martin. I thought he was outstanding. Number 2, Api Coruscant. And number 1, Nathan Cleary. So I'm getting out of here, guys. This video should be up by 1 a.m. So I hope you guys enjoyed the Saturday football review. I'm getting out of here, guys. Make sure you guys go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. 1:15 in the morning, the Super League's on, and there's a game at 3:30. So I'm going to stay up until 5 a.m. and watch the Super League, and then get up at 1 o'clock and watch the Cowboys at 2. So I'm pretty much in rugby league mode at the moment. So I'm getting out of here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.